Leon Edwards has hated the fight.
Breaking on that neck.
See how he hides it under his hip? That's how he starts it. Now, if Leon turns into him, he's just going to finish it. He's got it.
Yep.
He's got it. That's it. It's over, I'm telling you right now.
Yep, there's a lot of pressure there.
Now he's got the other hand.
This will be done. There it is. Wow.
If you have a neck, I can choke you. Leon has a neck. He got choked.
And other than him trying to shoot on you, was there anything that he did there that surprised you?
Leon likes to be like he's like a pretty striker. He likes to have his range and have things go on his terms. And once they start going off his terms, he does dumb shit like shoot on me, and then it goes downhill from there.
Today, we're going to talk about Sean Brady. And I'm going to show you why I think he has some of the most dominant jiu-jitsu in all of MMA. Let's start with something crazy. Sean Brady beat Craig Jones, one of the best submission grapplers on the planet, just by staying calm, sticking to top control, and never giving up position. It wasn't flashy, but it worked. But that wouldn't be the last time he handled a jiu-jitsu world champion. Before we dive deeper into Sean's grappling system, let's talk about one of his toughest tests to date, his fight with Gilbert Burns. This was a back and forth war packed with explosive grappling exchanges and that classic Philly boxing. Early on, both guys were stuffing each other's takedowns. One would shoot, the other would scramble, and neither could secure real control. But as the fight went on, Sean started to look like the stronger, more positionally sound athlete. He began connecting to Gilbert's hips, putting him down, and actually holding him there. Now, compare that to someone like Khamzat Chimaev. Sure, he took Gilbert down with his trademark blitz, but he couldn't keep him there. Sean doesn't chase control, he earns it. While both Sean Brady and Khamzat Chimaev are elite grapplers, their style couldn't be more different. Khamzat is chaos. He storms forward, forces the action, and imposes his game at 100%. It's aggressive, overwhelming. But if it doesn't work, you can see him start to fade. Sean Brady? He's a slow burn. He builds his takedowns over time, patiently working from hand fighting into body locks or doubles. He's not throwing caution to the wind. He's grinding you down with pressure and control. He's the definition of position before submission. And one of the best examples of that is his back control. Sean chains his body locks on the cage well with single legs and doubles. Once he gets you down, he looks to trap the leg with half guard or an Iowa ride when opponent turns to stand. He does this leg riding and then throws into hooks, building his control based on his partner's defensive reactions. His 5'9" frame is really good for being a backpack on these larger welterweights without falling off. I'm actually very impressed by his control in these positions, and he really is the definition of position before submission. If you compare him with someone like Damian Maia, you'll notice that Damian Maia submits a lot more from the back, punching in rear naked chokes and getting the tap. I would say one big difference is their body type. Damian Maia is longer, skinnier, probably a lot stronger as a grappler for this specific skill set. Like Damian Maia isn't going to blast double anyone, but Sean Brady can. So there's pros and cons. Sean Brady isn't greedy. He's not greedily punching in these chokes. He punches in the chokes. Maybe that's there, maybe it's not. But no matter what, he controls his opponent. This was one of the few examples of Sean Brady losing the back. Body triangle unlocks. Kelvin grabs the head and the ankle, flips him over, starts to rain down some punches. Sean starts to block them. Eventually, he frees his leg, does a sort of technical stand up MMA style, gets all the way up, and they are back in neutral. So Craig is probably 6'2", around 200 pounds or so, and he's going over this leg riding idea. I think he got really into this when he started training Volkanovski for the MMA fights, because you got to hold people down, right? So instead of going both hooks and normal back control, jiu-jitsu style, he started riding one leg and getting this MMA wrestling style crossbody grip. It follows the principles of diagonal control, but he likes to hip into it and just torture people. What's interesting about Brady is when he takes people down, he goes straight up jiu-jitsu style, seat belt and two hooks in, right? He does this big double leg, takes him down, gets on the back, and then he will eventually just spin right into the backpack system, just like Damian Maia does. It's very refreshing to see someone using like pure jiu-jitsu, and I think it works perfectly for his body type, where Craig, he's a little big for it. He might fall over the top, which is not something you want to do. So here you're going to see Sean Brady goes through just traditional jiu-jitsu sequence, especially for MMA, right? Take the fight to the floor, pass the guard, the dangerous legs. Then he's going to get into this kind of leg riding wrestling style position. Gets that one hook in. And this is where what Craig was talking about really shows up, right? One hook in, you can see the wrist. He's going for the wrist. Can't quite get it, but he's either going to pin him down or hold him here. So that's when he starts dragging him over towards the cage. Sean loves fighting on the cage. He still has that one hook in and just controls the position, rides the position, kind of a power ride, if you might say. Then he just throws those annoying chokes over your face, just fucking piss you off, you know? And just taking his time and, going rear body lock here is really good. Just control before submission.
Crisis situation, a man with a sense of direction will almost always survive and go on to win. But the moment an athlete loses direction in a crisis situation, he'll drown right there on the floor. He'll have no idea what to do and he'll quit. He'll find ways to quit.
When you're getting dominated on the ground, there's a point where you just give up. Everyone has a different breaking point. Some people, we've never seen their breaking point, or it might be shocking how far it goes. But everyone has one. Jiu-jitsu can bring that breaking point out of anyone. You can only thrash and explode so much before you're getting choked out or your shoulder destroyed. Sean might not throw a ton of ground and pound, but he's looking to hold you down, break you, and finish the fight. Now it's time to talk about Sean's most dangerous weapon. His half guard pressure, passing, and his submission system that forms a positional system as well. From half guard, he'll use heavy shoulder pressure and the fundamental starting position, a way of turning your hips to maximize base and weight on your opponent's jaw. He's also aware of other ways to control your head besides crossface. From his overback grip, he sets up his guillotine and Kimura dilemma. Otherwise, he takes mount and can lock a head and arm. If they escape, he takes the back or returns to half guard. It's like a buff 5'9" tattooed spider from hell. You're just an insect in his web. Here, Danaher shows how to set a heavy crossface by pulling them in and dropping shoulder pressure on the jaw. And then he shows that hip switch, the FSP, fundamental starting position. This is the best way to pass half guard. This other clip, he shows a near side underhook, just variations, right? Locking hands, locking underhooks, even going over back, just different ways to control the head and then pass after. And here's Marigali showing how to pass towards mount. You'll see he's doing a similar posture to the FSP, kind of sprawling the legs and switching the hips, pushing the knee down, establishing an underhook, and then moving all the way into mount, stepping on the hips. This is really good in case someone tries to bridge or something and you want to maintain control. And here's a look at Sean's submission dilemma. See, he has this overback where the elbow's across the head. Right there, there's a Kimura. He's kind of going for that underhook, but you can tell he wants to go for that guillotine he goes for on Leon. He's trying to time it. Either he goes Kimura or he goes for the guillotine. Boom, he catches the head after his opponent tries to off-balance him, but the FSP kind of saves him, and he has a good base. Mounted, one-arm guillotine. In my opinion, true jiu-jitsu is about creating a system, a chain of moves where you control your opponent and keep flowing through their reactions until you finish the fight. At the end of the day, every fight is just two people trying to impose their game on each other. And Sean Brady, he's got one of the strongest games in MMA right now. Killer takedowns, crushing half guard pressure, sneaky submissions, and some of the best back control you'll see. Not because he forces things, but because his control makes the moves inevitable. This is just episode 1 of a Grappler's Guide. In the next video, I'm going to break down a gi jiu-jitsu athlete who I think has the tools to actually beat Sean Brady in a pure grappling match. Like and subscribe for more, and take your guess in the comments. Who do you think I'm talking about?